Stardust Cookie is here, boys, along with a plethora of more content, other cookies, changes, and just everything all around the board is here in the March 8th update. So we're going to take a look at these patch notes now and the video to go along with it. Yeah, guys, honestly, I looked over the patch notes just a second ago to get a grasp on how to film this video. Guys, I am so surprised with the amount they've added to this update. I was expecting this to be a filler update, but they have surprised me, and they've added a lot of content, actual content, to this update where it's good for everyone. It's a fun, fresh event. Well, I don't know about fresh, but it's a fun event anyways. New cookies, a lot of changes, and new treasures, new costumes, everything like that. So let's go ahead and hop into the video now, then we'll talk about the patch notes after that. Alright guys, so I can already tell from the picture right here, Space Donut's here, boys. I cannot wait. I love Space Donut. Space Donut is my favorite cookie, I swear he is. But the quality is kind of bad. Let me up that. Let's go. There he is, Stardust Cookie, bro. Honestly, bro, I am so happy. I'm so happy Stardust and fucking Space Donut are here. I love Space Donut Cookie. And this is basically like the Black Pearl Islands. The new Dream Express is just like Black Pearl Islands, just with some new twists and stuff. Space Donut, I love him. Look at him, he rolls. He turns them into donuts. Oh wait, I thought it didn't work on bosses. It said it didn't work on bosses, but he just turned a boss. Wait. Okay, so it's good against summoners. Okay, I don't know how good he's going to be in PvP because he doesn't turn anything into donuts in PvP other than summons, and summons really aren't that relevant right now anyways. Taking a look at Stardust, guys, Stardust actually looks so cracked. I think he's actually going to change the meta, break the meta even. This is what I'm most excited for, though. I love the Black Pearl Islands, and this right here is going to be extremely fun, too. I cannot wait. That was one of my favorite updates for Cookie Run Kingdom. Oh, yes, I can definitely lend you a hand there, Miss Milky Way Cookie. Let's go. I love Stardust, bro. He looks cracked. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. After we get into the patch notes, hey, yo. Let's go. Yeah. I fucking love that, bro. It fucking explodes, dude. Hey, yo. Oh my god, look at him go. That looks so fucking cool. I hope his scalings are good because his ability looks really good as it is already. The train's getting sucked into the black hole. No way. We gotta kill a black hole? Ain't no way. We are leaving this vortex together. True. Yes, we are. Will the Dream Express reach its destination safe and sound? I surely will hope it. I hope it does. Yeah, dude. Honestly, the update looks absolutely smacked. They didn't even show everything going off in this this update here, or this video here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the patch notes now, basically going over everything that's going on with this update because it looks absolutely snapping. Alright guys, so first things first with these patch notes, the Dream Express. The Dream Express is basically like the Black Pearl Islands. If you played that before and Black Pearl Cookie came out, basically you were on a ship there and you would travel across the sea, gain buffs, gain treasures, either do mini games or fight enemies, and then you would fight a boss at the end of each stage. And I think this is how that's going to work too. They probably added some new twists to it, but that's the basic premise of it. I'm not going to spend too much time on this just because we've already seen that before and we saw kind of how it works in that video there. What I really want to talk about are the cookies, because I'll surely be making a video on the Dream Expressway more when this actually comes out. We'll be making team guides and stuff like that for this update. Alright guys, first things first, Stardust Cookie, boys. Super epic Stardust Cookie and Space Donut Cookie are here. They're coming out, and Stardust Cookie at least looks extremely cracked. We'll talk a little bit more about Space Donut when we get to his section, but right now we're on Stardust Cookie. I had to make a list on a notepad here to talk about how his abilities work because there's so many of them. So I'll just go over a brief summary of his abilities now, and I'll just do a scroll over the skill description here for you guys. So Stardust Cookie is going to be an ambush cookie. He's going to be targeting the cookies with the highest attack. He does area damage and amplifies debuff. He does more damage if the enemy has more buffs on them. He is also going to prevent the target from gaining buff, increase damage they receive, and decrease attack and healing they can do. If he crits, he makes enemies fall asleep. If his debuff is dispelled, they'll be receiving damage for that. After he uses his skill, he'll be getting a damage resist buff. And if the enemy's asleep, meteors will fall and also attack the enemy too. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna change the meta. I think BTS is going to be kind of out of the meta just because of how many buffs they give for the team. Anything that gives a massive amount of buffs to the team, I think this is going to affect them greatly. Cream Puff even, because she gives crit attack and everything like that. So the more debuffs enemies have, the more damage they are receiving. So you want a cookie that gives enough support for your team that doesn't give as many buffs, because he's going to be nullifying those buffs and basically nullifying that cookie on the field. This is a huge change, a huge cookie, and this is going to change meta. This is going to change Arena. I think if the cookie has the right scalings, this will probably be the best cookie in Arena for a while to come. So, but we'll have to wait for the cookie to actually come out to see the scalings and stuff like that, of course. But yeah, guys, absolutely cracked. I'm going to go ahead and say now it's probably a must summon. We'll be doing a should you summon video on both Space Donut Cookie and Stardust Cookie when they come out. But let's go ahead and talk about Space Donut Cookie now. Space Donut Cookie is an epic cookie. He's a charge cookie. Basically, he fires a donut beam, dealing damage, reducing the target's defense, and amplifying debuffs they receive. Whenever he hits a target, they turn into donuts. This does exclude bosses and cookies, though. The target will receive extra damage if they are already afflicted with a defense reducing debuff. When the target turned to donuts reach a certain number, Space Donut will use Super Donut Blast, rolling over the enemies, dealing damage, and stunning them. Space Donut does not take damage while using this skill. Now, on paper, this looks really good and looks like a really cool ability, but I don't see this being used much in Arena because the main thing here is he's not going to be turning the cookies into donuts, which means half of his skill is kind of useless in Arena. Now, the bosses thing, that could be different. He might be good for like Living Abyss or something like that, just because I don't know if the little minions count as bosses or not. If they do count as bosses, then he won't be good there. If they do count as bosses, though, I can see Space Donut being really, really good. Guys, we're also getting a new costume set. Obviously, guys, we're getting the legendary Moonlight costume and the legendary Sea Fairy costume, will look absolutely bussin'. We'll also be getting a legendary costume gacha as well, so I hope you saved up your sugar cubes because that's where they're going. How this gacha works is apparently the more summons you do, the more points you get, and the more points you have, the more chance you have of actually pulling these costumes. Whenever you pull a legendary costume, that counter will reset to 0, and you have to work your way back up again to get the other costume. On top of this all, we're also getting variant treasures, and basically what these variant treasures are is these treasures are variants of the treasures we already have. For this update, we're getting variant treasures of Jelly Watch, Torch, and Attack Scroll, and these are also all going to be available in the regular treasure gacha. Now this is kind of smudged because they just released the whistle there, so I guess you're spending your gacha points on that now because some of these look absolutely cracked, especially the Sleepyhead's Jelly Watch. Honestly, you'll probably need especially the Jelly Watch and the Magic Scroll, if not the Magic Tribe Frozen Torch if you're running like a Sherbert team or something like that. But basically what these do is the new Jelly Watch is going to be decreasing cooldown for all cookies and increasing their attack. That's huge. That is automatically, I think, going to be the best treasure in the game. This is going to deal damage to enemies within range equal to N% of the team's total attack and freeze them. When the target are thawed, they deals damage equal to N% of the attack. Targets immune to freezing will receive a fraction of this damage. Targets that receive damage from this treasure suffer from attack speed reduced and gain a stack of frost. That will increase received freezing damage N%. Damage is capped at 350%. This can be really good for frost teams like Sherbert, Frost Queen, Prophet. If you're running the frost ability on Prophet Cookie, that is, I think this will be really good for that team of getting those frost stacks up. The Secrets of the Scroll increase all cookies attack by X% and defense by Y%. So this is not as big unless they increase the amount of attack that the cookies receive. It's just really a defense buff, which defense really doesn't do too much. Oh, it's a rare anyway, so it's probably going to be less attack than what we saw before. Additional change and improvements. They've also changed and buffed some other cookies. Cotton Cookie is getting a buff. The attack is increased, defense increased, HP increased, skill healing increased. And added to the skill description. While using the skill, she'll be briefly interrupted to interrupting effects. On top of that, Parfait got a skill buff too. Attack increased by 7%, defense increased by 5%, HP increased by 12%, resistance to debuff before 40%, after 50%. I think this could be pretty good for debuff resist. Because you might have to switch to be using Parfait Cookie now to decrease the amount of buffs you're receiving. They're also going to be increasing the damage of the Elder Pilgrim Scroll by 30%, adding more hall music. You can easily add tiles to your kingdom with the tile picker tool. I think that's really good, so I think you'll be able to change like a section of tiles with one click now, which is nice. And this is actually kind of big right here. They adjusted the HP healing interval of the Living Abyss summoned creatures. Now, this is kind of weird to me. I think they're changing this maybe because of Space Donut Cookie being able to change them into donut form. That would be the only reason they would do that, I think. This could change how the Living Abyss monster works depending on if they increase the healing or decrease the healing on them. So we'll have to wait to see when that comes out. Hopefully, they don't die because that's your main source of damage from the Living Abyss, but that's to be said. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope everyone enjoyed today's video. Are you guys excited for Stardust Cookie? Are you guys excited for the Dream Expressway or Space Donut Cookie? Let me know in the comments below, guys. If you haven't already, please drop a follow because a lot more content will be coming for this update, especially teams for the Dream Expressway, teams and guides for Stardust Cookie, teams and guides for Space Donut Cookie, gotcha pulls, and everything like that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one later. Bye-bye.